10:07, 7 past 10, hour number 2.
89 WLS, Jake Hartford, John Cass in for Bruce and Dan, and I'd like to say, Jake, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
You know, last week you had your birthday.
No, it wasn't my birthday.
The next day, followed by the Rom father. And then somehow, word got out, and we suspect it was you, who had people calling the show Saturday saying it was my birthday.
It was not
wishing me a
I
happy
swear.
birthday.
But happy birthday, because you wished me happy birthday.
Well, I got to tell you, because I believe everything I hear on radio, because there were so many people wishing me a happy birthday Saturday, I actually believed it was my birthday.
It was your birthday.
And by the time I got home late in the day, around 5:30, because when I go home, I take the long way home.
Your show's at 6 o'clock in the morning.
I'll go anywhere to bypass the toll, even Milwaukee's. But anyway, by the time I got home, I was expecting, well, okay, maybe it's to be a surprise party, right? When the wife says don't come home till 5:30, I figured she's got to have a big party. And the first tip that there was no party was I didn't see a lot of cars parked anywhere, but I figured maybe they hit them. There was no surprise party.
There was paper on the carpet because the carpet cleaners were over. That's why she wanted you out of the house, right?
Well,
no?
There was no party. There was no special dinner. There was no singing of happy birthday. There was no cake. And there wasn't the traditional presenting of the presents.
Or the traditional pemmican, which is the Indian food of basically fat and nuts and put in a bag that people used to eat on Thanksgiving around this time. It was a holiday gift.
Well, I'm glad we didn't get that.
You didn't get pemmican?
No.
It's like trail mix.
I'm happy. If I would have got that, I would have been upset.
Not even a beef sandwich, dry and hot from Mr. Beef?
No, nothing.
Oh my God.
Nothing like that. It was just, hope your birthday went very well, though, last week.
It wasn't my birthday, but it was good.
Yeah.
I got many presents, even though it wasn't my birthday. Presents of love. My kids said, "Oh, Dad, could we move the cars in the driveway?" And my wife said, "Oh, could I do this for you?" And I thought I had died.
What did your wife offer to do for you, John?
I don't know. It was something like go to the store and pick something up, Jake. And about this time, if my wife hears that sarcastic nonsense you just came out with, she's going to come after you with a paring knife.
What did I do?
I'm just saying. You see a Sicilian with a paring knife coming your way, or maybe a rolled-up newspaper and smack you around a little bit for that one, I think the boys in the booth are all nodding, right? Yeah, he's a dead man. Betty Costello from Montemaggiore is going to be looking for you now.
See, and
her 5 brothers in a black Lincoln.
See, I listen to what you say, and then when you say something,
it's the
I
way
have a follow-up question.
It's the way you say it, my friend. Every time I try to get out of this, he drags me back in.
All right. There's an interesting story. Probably
better than that? Better than Jake Hartford attacked by Cass's wife for his nonsense?
I'm just going to edit.
That would be good.
I'm going to edit my mouth right now and not say what I want to say.
Better.
There's an interesting story when people do searches.
Mm-hmm.
And they search Yahoo, Google, Bing, whatever. And the top searches for 2012. And here's the surprising part of the story. That Yahoo gets the big list. I didn't know anybody searched Yahoo.
I didn't even know it still existed.
People always say, I'll Google this, Google that. Which is probably a
just like they say
of
when
the
you have to sneeze, they say get a Kleenex. They don't say get a tissue. Whoever says that, anyway, I don't know.
How do they say that?
Tissue. I was trying to use a radio voice. Tissue.
What is
Forget it. Just move on.
What are we in England?
Yes. I've been accused of talking like a mobster on the air, so I thought I'd use my Alistair.
Who would accuse you of doing that?
I don't know, just people. So I would try to use my sort of I don't want to say effeminate, but like my English accent.
All right, the top number one searched item last year on Yahoo, 2012, this year. Mm-hmm. So you still have 20 some days if you want to change this, I guess, was the election. People had to know about the election, and they would just put in an election and stuff would come up, and they'd read it.
And now they don't care about tax increases or the economy going to hell or Obama destroying the entire country.
Could we just avoid that today? Number 2 was the iPhone 5. That was number 2 in the top 5 list.
I don't have one, do you?
Yeah, I hit it right here. See?
You are so cool.
Yeah.
See?
Number 3, and this I knew, Kim Kardashian.
Can you explain that?
She's Kim Kardashian.
What?
She's one of the Kardashians, the royal Kardashians.
What the heck is that all about? What is it about, Jake?
People like to know what she's up to, what she's doing, what she thinks. They watch her show.
It's like the Honey Boo Boo of the Armenian population. What is their deal? Who cares about her?
Apparently a lot of people, because they were number
do.
3 on the Yahoo search list. Number 4, Kate Upton. You know Kate Upton.
Is she a supermodel? Or is she the daughter of a... Oh, is she the queen? No, that's the other one. I don't know who she is. Who is she?
You don't.
I don't know. Who's Kate Upton?
She's a model.
Okay.
And number 5, Kate Middleton. Now you know Kate Middleton. Hard to believe you're the main Tribune columnist on page 2.
I do know who she
and not
is.
Kate, who's Kate Middleton?
Kate Middleton is she's pregnant. And she's also a size 2.
Does your wife allow you to use the word pregnant?
Expecting. She's with child, is she? I don't even know. The guys in the booth said, you know who she is? She's the wife of the Prince of England. Okay? Not the one who went to Vegas and tried to leave That's her brother-in-law. That's the brother-in-law with the pole dancer and all
now,
that.
you can see why people would be Googling or Yahooing her.
But this is a lovely young girl who's going to be, I don't know if she can be queen. Is she a commoner? Who knows? She's nice. Size 0, right? Everyone wants to be skinny like Kate Middleton. And then the next one.
Then the ones after that, you've got the Hunger Games, Honey Boo Boo.
Hunger Games? I thought Whitney Houston was the next one. Is that like Hunger Games?
I don't have any ones you want at this point. You know what the Hunger Games are there, John?
I saw the movie.
Okay.
Actually,
I'm just checking everything you say now.
The actress, you know what? You brought up Betty.
I'm verifying everything. I'm verifying
everything. You did the little
everything
smart
today.
alecky thing with Betty, and I'm telling you, she's coming for you. The Hunger Games, you know, the actress that was in that movie was in a great movie called Winter's Bone. Anybody see it? About drug dealing in...
I'm looking for the hands up. I don't see
drug
hands
dealing in the Appalachians. It was a great film.
up. Oh, that sounds like a Christmas movie.
It was really good. I recommend it highly to Jake. It would be good. You could sit there on the couch when you didn't get your, with your special moments teas and your little Snuggie. Yeah, whatever her name is, the blonde girl. Jennifer Lawrence. She was great in that.
He just made that up, and you're going to say whatever he says. I've seen co-hosts go down the tubes with that attitude.
You mean where the guy in the booth tells you?
The guy in the booth puts it in your ear, and you will say whatever he says, and eventually you're going to
say something bad, and I'll say it. Like the other guy in the booth said, she's the queen. She's pregnant.
A former host that was here said the Kiss when it was really the Beach Boys. 10:15, time for traffic on the fives right now. 10:16. John and Jake in for Bruce and Dan.
Yes, I've been corrected now that I'm not Mr. Popular culture. I didn't know who Kate Middleton was.
And ABC News is now confirming that Kate Middleton is indeed pregnant.
So John Cass and Jake Hartford broke the story.
No, you can take full credit for it because I had no idea whether she was pregnant or not.
Don't say pregnant, Jake. This is royalty. Say with child.
Banged up.
Oh my God.
Knocked up.
Oh my God!
Something else was banged.
Just you.
That was the Vegas story. That's different locations.
You uncouth American savage! Don't speak of the royal family in this fashion, cavalier fashion.
Okay, Tom in South Holland.
Hey, Jake, I love you to death. I've been calling you for years on Saturday, and you know that. And John, you know who I am too. But Jake, you got to understand, the man sitting next to you is a person that does write a column about topical issues, but substantive, intelligent conversations you want to have about what's going on around us, not some bubble-headed, big-boob girl that the only thing she has to her credit was she smiles a lot, she's very pretty, and aside from that, who cares? I'm with John.
Tom.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian?
Bubble-headed, big breast sells.
That's the problem we've got, and John knows that, and I know that, and I think you're barely getting on the wagon right now. That the fact that it sells is why, part of the reason, I'm going to say not why, but part of the reason that this country is in the shape that it's in, because that's what they care about. Half the people that voted don't know what they voted for, but they know who's pregnant, and they know where.
Well, that John knows that. John knew she was pregnant.
I knew she was pregnant, and that she was the future Queen of England, maybe, or something. I don't know.
Well, I know,
but you know what? Listen, Tom.
Back on track, because if we don't, we're all going to be pregnant.
Tom, listen. Simmer down, Tom, with that talk. Okay, this is the WLS. This is not. But the deal is, people like sex. If there wasn't sex, you couldn't have a country. We wouldn't make our replacement number.
We got enough going on. We're not putting it on the internet. Believe me, we got enough people already, and most of them don't know what the heck's going on anyway.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
I'm really not angry. Just like to act like it.
All right. Let me just warn people. If you were to go to Google and put in the search term bubble-headed, big-breasted, I'd advise you not to do that.
Oh, I'm doing it right now.
No. I expected it to come out with somebody's name. It did not do that. I'm just saying.
I can't even read what's here. Okay.
Don't blame me. Blame Tom from South Holland. He's the one who came up with the phrase. Holland,
you came up with that. I can't even look. You know what? I'm deleting.
I fully expected that when he said bubble-headed, big-breasted, if you put that in there, it would come back to Kim Kardashian because we were talking about the Kardashian. And apparently it doesn't do that.
Maybe if you said hair removal on the upper lip or something, that would go to her too.
Are we doing that story tomorrow? Don't you like that story about how that's the big deal with plastic surgeons, mustache transplants?
I'm still thinking about getting my back waxed. Is that 290s? Is that 290s?
Yeah, it's 1890s, all right.
Back waxed.
10:20 back right after this.
89 WLS.
Coming up today, 2 on Ron Roper. New study says psychopaths are better looking.
Plus, the legendary Harry Shearer from The Simpsons joins us.
Ron Roper afternoons, 2 to 6, 89 WLS.
10:28.
Jake Hartford, John Cass, 89 WLS, taking your calls, 591-8900. Jake?
Okay. Want me to say something?
Yeah, I'm nodding to you. This is radio where I say something like, Jake, that means you take it, man.
The internet is such a great thing. I don't know how people got along without the internet. Because you can do so much.
Damage?
Well, I know we were joking about who would look up Kardashian and stuff like that. But there is so much there. You can just put in phrases and come up with old stories and find out different things.
Like that thing about Sam Cianis getting mad at the homeless guy who wanted to eat off China instead of a paper plate.
Yeah. Now, did you write that?
I wrote that column
but you forgot it.
I remembered something about it, but I wanted the quote.
But you actually had to read your own story to know what you said.
Pardon me, sir?
Isn't that what you did?
I think, you know how many columns I've written? Okay. Just maybe more than 3 in my life. So something that I wrote 5 years ago, I want to be precise and accurate. Because if your mother says she loves you,
here I've got a good story for you.
Let's hear it.
And we have to break for news, weather, traffic in about 20 seconds. You know how O'Hare was looking to get a contract with goats so they can get do the grass?
Okay.
Instead of mowing the lawn, mowing all the grass with gas tractors and stuff like that because it's bad for the environment. They were gonna get goats. They went out to bid to get goats. Well, they haven't gotten goats. Apparently now they're looking for sheep. You should get on that. That's a column. It's 10:30.
If I don't say another thing for the rest of the show, you'll know why.
It's 10:30. Time for news, weather, traffic right here on 89 WLS.